hate it because it is dark. I wasn't enjoying my home because joy and happiness and my eyes literally water. Right? Airy. Luna, stop. Gift you had today is another day of life. Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is L Lopez. I'm a health and wellness coach and I help ladies to create a healthy relationship with mind, body and food. I am becoming a full-time content creator and I'm also helping other moms struggling out there financially like I am to build their online businesses through network marketing. So hello and welcome. Today's vlog, I guess it's gonna be a little catch up. I am feeling a little bit overwhelmed and all over the place. This week did not go according to plan. What's new? What's new in my life? If you've been following me, you know nothing ever goes according to plan in my life. But it's okay. We're giving ourselves grace because we still had a really good week no matter what and we were able to pivot. But for context, it is Thursday and ever since Friday, we've been having internet issues. As a mom that has a 4th grader over here because I'm homeschooling her and having a toddler and teenagers, is a little chaotic not having them entertained. We don't have cable TV or nothing, everything is Wi-Fi. We only see through apps. So they are on board, they are annoyed and all that stuff. So I've been pivoting and like getting out of the house during the afternoons, in the mornings. And then in the afternoons when my high schooler is here, he's been helping me to babysit my toddler so that way I can go to the library and get work done because I work online. I need my internet. So it's been chaotic, it's been non-planned, and because I haven't been here, everything in the home it's behind, my work it's behind. So today I want to do a quick catch up. So what I'm thinking is in the mornings, dedicating the mornings to like my children, my home, myself, and then after I pick up my son from school, that's how I usually been doing it. That's when I can dedicate that time for my kids to just do whatever they want because mommy is taking them out of the house or putting them to study, and in the afternoons they are allowed to do whatever they want, so I can go ahead and work on my businesses online. So yeah, it's a little bit chaotic and we need to put it up to date. So I need to clean the fridge and restock. So redo the house, clean the floors, they're nasty. So yeah, we need to do a little bit of catching up in our home. So I realized, so tomorrow is Friday and Fridays is when I usually do my cleaning days. But tomorrow I will have guests in my apartment and it's family night. So I decided to do the cleaning today. I started tidying up as I mentioned, but then I was like, no, we need to do the cleaning because we have guests tomorrow. So that way tomorrow, instead of cleaning, I will focus more in the morning on working more on my business, because again, I'm not gonna be having time to work on my business at nighttime. But yeah, now we're cooking dinner. I'm gonna make some steak because I was saving that for lunch, but it's been a few days and I don't want to lose that steak. And some fish for the kids. I also don't know if I mentioned this in this vlog. I know I said it when I was yapping on Instagram, but I am taking a neuroscience course so I can get certified. So that's another thing we need to do. So what I want to do is I want to print out the PDF. I saw that it wasn't that many pages, so I do want to print the work, because that way I can study away from my laptop. I can go to a balcony and study. I can highlight, take my papers with me. Like, I usually go 40 minutes early to my son's school, because they're both in different high schools and they are 20 minutes of distance, but there's only 10 minutes of difference when the time of one goes out by the time the other one goes out. So I can get out super fast from one school first. I make the line right in the front, and to be right in the front, I had to make it 40 minutes early. So those 40 minutes, I usually use it to create content. I make TikToks. I catch up with whatever content I need to do. But I'm thinking working also with studying at the hour, because today I just had this idea flow for two quick TikToks, and I'm keeping those TikToks 3 minutes. So of 40 minutes, I spend 10 creating content, and then I'm not doing anything else. So I want to have my papers with me so I can study while I'm waiting and use my time as smart as I can. Good morning. It is the next day, obviously, and I've been having this crazy idea. Okay, so when I moved here, one of the things that I was super excited about is that I was gonna have my own private designated office area. Usually I think it's a dining room area, but we don't have a dining room, so I was like, we can still accommodate if we want a dining room over here. Like, this is the living, and we could do that a dining area, and we decided to use that side for my office space. And I have literally made it like almost perfect. I love my office space, but at the same time I hate it because it is dark, and I do not thrive in dark spaces. Like, if you see my house in Puerto Rico, it was so bright, and this apartment, I feel like I was cheated on, because you know how some apartments show you like the model, and the model had white kitchen cabinets and they are dark, and it had white walls and it looks so much brighter. And when we got this apartment, it was very disappointing, not because it's ugly, but it's because it's so dark. So I've been wanting to actually paint all the walls white, because they are this ugly beige color and makes it darker. But anyway, I made my office so beautiful. I love my office. I even painted that green wall and everything because it's part of my brand color, but it's so dark and I hate it. And for me to be working and focusing, it's just like I don't get inspired to sit down over there. So this is like the main area. I have my bookshelf. I had this beautiful wall color. I even put these frames over here so that way when I do sit down and do videos and coaching calls, you can see like my business's logos. These are my 2 membership websites that I'm gonna be launching this year. And yeah, this is my office area, right? I also, because it's getting cold, I cannot go outside, I even like created this cute little nook over here to read. And then we have my desk, my vision boards. But this is a dark area. Even the lighting is not great. And I just hate it. I don't know if I want to actually make this like my workout exercise area, because I do need a exercise in my one of my membership websites. It's workout videos, and this is the designated area for doing my personal workouts and video workouts, because I can put the camera over here and film like this way, obviously in the this way, but this is like where I can film my workout videos. So I do have space and I'm comfortable. So I don't know if making that area the workout area, and because I'm more private, sometimes I feel awkward doing video workouts here because I have a building right in front of me. So sometimes I feel awkward. So at least that side, it's private and I can do my workouts privately, and I just need a ring light and do my workouts over there, and then make this my little office corner. And we will have a nice background anyways, because eventually I want to put like a whole curtain in the entire wall. So if I'm filming over here, we're gonna have a cute cozy background anyways, right? I don't know. The other thing I'm not sure why, it's because I have my super bookshelves that you saw and they're not all the way to the ceiling. So I'm thinking maybe I can put a bookshelf here and a bookshelf there, but is my living room gonna look too crowded? I love minimal and simple, so I don't know if it's gonna look too crowded. And because it doesn't get all the way to the ceiling, is it gonna look weird? Or can I figure something else out to put all the way to the top of the ceiling? And if I don't like it, I can always go back to where it was. It's gonna be a lot of work though. But I don't know, maybe if I'm in an open space with bright lighting, I could get more inspired to like literally sit down in my desk and work, because I am always like going outside. I'm either sitting on my bed or sitting out in the floor, sitting down in the couch, sitting down outside. I'm barely sitting down in my desk to work. So okay, so I think the bookshelf is really not gonna look that bad. I could do some plants on the top shelves, because I also want to implement more plants, but I don't know. Because see, this is a huge space empty, and I don't know, it's gonna look weird. So yeah, I'm getting the other one here. It feels more homeish, do you think? I'm not hating it. What I'm also not sure if I want to leave like space in between or just put it next to the TV so it looks like a whole thing together. I also need to figure it out, because if I put all of the books, it might look like too much and crowded and not like something light, airy, pretty. So I might have to figure it out what could be another place where I can put my books, so that way I have empty spaces in between and I can like decorate. I don't know. There's a lot to figure it out with this new idea. As I put all the books, it's gonna look crowded, because literally the books doesn't even fit anymore, and I still need to figure it out new space for more new books, to be honest, if we're being real. So I don't know. I don't know. I have this feeling today. I don't know. I've been having this weird energy. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but I've been feeling like home. I think I haven't had this feeling of like being at home and this being my home in a very long time, because ever since we moved here, I was having trouble with my relationship, and I feel like the situation between us was so uncomfortable that I wasn't enjoying my home because I'm living with somebody that I was not getting along with. And this is the first time I'm actually feeling like at home. So I think this is why I also might needed this change, like change the energy of the apartment. We need to do some sage and Palo Santo to clean the energy. New Year also. So, but yeah, I even feel like I want to cry right now. Because it feels like home. It feels like a living room, finally. So yeah, what I'm thinking, I had this idea, remember when we were talking about the books, what I'm thinking is keeping my self-development, entrepreneurship, personal growth books in the living. And since I still have 2 little bookshelves that I probably will keep in that area until we figure out what we're gonna do with that, all of my cooking books are gonna go in those little shelves. Let me show you. So I have these bookshelves and they're pretty empty. So what I'm thinking is that all of the cooking books that I had putting in these shelves. So we also need to figure things out over here. Luna! So I made me my essential meal protein shake. This is basically the substitute of a meal. This is my first meal of the day and it's 1:50. I need to leave now. Good morning. I got way into my work yesterday and I couldn't keep vlogging because I was also in a hurry that I was gonna finish the apartment by the time the missionaries were here, the visitors. I'm loving how the apartment looks. It looks more homeish. It looks more like a home welcome me. I don't know, before it was so empty that maybe that's why it something felt like empty, because the living room was so empty. But now it feels like a home. It feels like a living room. I don't know. Ideally I thought that putting the bookshelves was gonna make the living room look heavy, but I am actually loving it. She looks perfect. And my office area, are you kidding me? Bright, airy. I am excited to sit down and work. We'll see. The vision board, I think I'm gonna have to put it here. This ended up being perfect. However, I wanted those things when originally I did my office. I wanted them logos back so that way when I was doing videos and talking, you will see like the logos of the business. But now they're right in front of me. But anyway, it looks good. It looks like my little corner, my work corner. I feel like I want to put some curtains. This is probably the next project. So that way when I'm filming, making videos for my content or doing coaching calls and stuff like that, we could still have a very nice background. I think that the only thing we're missing in this living room, obviously wall art, but I did not want to put any wall art in here because I want curtains, like the entire wall to be curtains, because this door it's also glass. So I want like this clear color curtain so we can still have light. But these, I guess it doesn't need any wall art anymore here. So both of the screws are already for like this size frame, and it was perfect. It was perfect, not too big, not too small. But I ended up putting those in here. So I'm thinking that I can put this in this wall. And yeah. All right, so now I need to go and get my nails done because I knew I needed to get my nails done, but my nails were like, you know what? You needed to get them done like 2 weeks ago because they broke. I knew that my nail felt weird. They broke when I was doing all these book moving process and all that stuff. I knew my nail felt weird and I didn't realize it until after I left the house when I was driving and I saw it. And eventually during the day they keep falling down. And by coincidence it's the same ones, the thumb and the middle one. So yeah, I knew they needed to get done, but thank you. Yes. All right, so we are in Palm Point Park. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, we came here last Saturday and I thought, but I discovered this by accident. I was just driving around and I found this place. So I didn't know like the name or anything, but now I remember I had like a list of places to go and I clicked this one, and by coincidence it's the same one we went last Saturday. But let me show you because this is one of my favorite places so far. So there you have the parking lot, and yeah, immediately there's a little trail you can go over there.
There's a lake too.
Yeah, and here's the trail. We can go down here. I think this was the one that had like a little seat, so let me show you. I do remember that when I came the first time, I came from this way and there was another, mira para allá. And there was another like trail nearby. This is very small. This is like not to like walk on a trail. This is more to like come and see the lake and probably sit down and relax. So we're going to, after here, go to the other one so we can have a good walk. But I am obsessed with this place. Butterfly, that's a good omen. Hi. you nail update. The other day when I went like 4 months ago, and I said I wanted natural nails, and the lady already knew, like, I showed her a picture and she already like knew the color. But today I was attended by another person, and he didn't know a color. He just showed me a bunch of like natural nail colors, and we try to choose the best one. So it doesn't look exactly like the one I got the other day, but I'm still like pretty happy with it. It still looks clean, elegant. That's what we were looking for. Luna is thriving over there. She's in her habitat. There she goes. What? What? Just let her. Deja que haga lo que quiera. Wee-hee! Hey! You see me? Wow! Mira el piso como menos. The tiles. Cuidado. Espérate, Luna. I don't think I share this with you, but I've been focusing on the things I do have instead of focus on the things I don't have. And yesterday I had this moment where I felt so much gratefulness, and I was so soaked in the moment. I was driving to pick up my son from school, and I started to think like how I am living my dream life and how grateful I am, that I felt so much joy and happiness that my eyes literally water. Like I was gonna cry, but it was of happiness. And the reason why I share this with you is because my life is not perfect, and I am going through a situation which for some other person it will be like, why you say you're so happy if you're going through this or that? And it's because we always have two choices. You always have the choice to focus on everything that's going wrong and like feel sad and depressed, but you also have the choice to say, okay, my life is not perfect, there are things that are going wrong, but these are the things that are going well. You know, we are safe, we are fed, you know, my car is up to date, we have somewhere to sleep, we are warm or cold in the hot. Like there's so many good things that are actually happening. My daughters are playing, are happy, are laughing, we have health. And when you change your mind from everything that's missing or going wrong to everything that it's happening and it's perfectly fine, your emotions will shift. I saw someone that had, like, I don't know if it was a Bible because it was a really thick book, but he was like sitting on the bench with the book, and I'm like, that's eventually one of my goals for 2026. It's hard when I have girls to just sit down and be able to read a book and watch them. So I do need to figure out like what would be for them, maybe like a games or something that they can play and entertain themselves, what they can do while we can just sit down and relax, read a book with them as well. I am homeschooling, so it would be nice to come places like this to homeschool with her, because that was the goal also when I decided to homeschool. Teach her outside of four walls. Like, I am not okay with having kids 6-8 hours a day in four walls with somebody just dropping information like crazy, and not like being out there breathing fresh air, having real breaks, and just allowed to play and enjoy the day in between learning. So